is closed, the room is cold and still. I haven't touched the ivory, and I don't think I will. There's a silhouette of silver where the light hits the wood. I'd wipe away the memories if I only thought I could. But the silence is a weight that I'm learning how to bear. Since you walked out the door and left the winter in the air, now there's dust on the piano strings and rust on every sea. The melody is dying since you stopped loving me. I try to play our rhythm, but my fingers lose their way. The notes are choked with everything I never got to say. It's a hollow kind of music that a broken spirit brings. Just a ghost of us dancing through the dust on the piano strings. I found your ring beside the metronome today, a little circle of the forever that you threw away. I struck a single chord, but it sounded like a scream, a jagged, lonely ending to a soft and perfect dream. The middle C is sticking, just like I'm stuck in the past. Funny how the echoes are the only things that last. Now there's dust on the piano strings and rust on every sea. The melody is dying since you stopped loving me. I try to play our rhythm, but my fingers lose their way. The notes are choked with everything I never got to say. It's the hollow kind of music that a broken spirit brings. Just a ghost of us dancing through the dust on the piano strings. And I hate the way the quiet sounds. I hate the way the world goes around while I'm sitting in the dark, out of tune and out of time. Try to find a reason why your heart no longer rhymes with So I'll leave the lid down tight, let the gray settle over the white. No more songs, no more art, just the suit of a burned out heart. Yeah, there's dust on the strings, and I'm starting to like the way it stings. The air is getting heavy, and the birds have ceased their song. I'm standing on the porch where I used to feel I belong. The sky is turning purple, like a bruise that's fresh and deep. And I'm guarding all these secrets that I promised I would keep. The wind is picking up, it's got a bite I didn't know, carrying the scent of rain and the place you had to go. See the flash of light, but the silence lasts too long, counting out the seconds till the rhythm hits me wrong. 1, 2, 3, I'm waiting for the crash to pull me in, but it stays behind the mountain where the might have beens begin. You're already in the city, you're already in the light, while I'm stuck here in the valley, waiting for the sky to fight. I hear the distant thunder rolling through the dark, like a slow and steady hammer on a cold and lonely spark. It's the sound of you leaving, it's the echo of the end, the breaking of a lover and the mourning of a friend. The storm is miles away, but I can feel it in my chest, a low and heavy rumbling that'll never let me rest. Yeah, it's coming for me, the weight of being under, the memory of your goodbye and the distant thunder. They say the storm is cleansing, that it washes out the dirt, but how can water fix the way a hollow spirit hurts? The clouds are moving closer, I can see the trees all bend, everything is blinking, why won't the sky still end? Here comes the rain, cold across my face, drowning out the ghost of this empty, quiet place. But beneath the downpour, escape stairs, with the wind in our lungs and the soot in our hair. You swore that this city was a kingdom we'd own, that we'd never be hungry, we'd never be alone. But the glass in the windows is starting to crack, and the boy that I loved isn't coming back. Now the skyscrapers look like bars on a cage, and I'm just a footnote on a tear-stained page. We were concrete kings, we were jungle queens, living on coffee and broken down dreams. But the throne is a bench in the freezing rain, and the crown is a circle of heavy link chain. I'm screaming your name where the subway roar rings, but there's no one to answer the concrete kings. Yeah, the empire's falling, it's hitting the floor. Now I'm just a ghost by your tenement door. The graffiti we painted is peeling away, like the promises made in the heat of the day. I saw you last Tuesday in a suit and a tie, with a stranger who didn't know the depth of your lie. You looked right through me like a crack in the street, while the rhythm of traffic drowned out my heartbeat. The asphalt is cold and the street lights are dim. You traded our kingdom for a shadow of him. We were concrete kings, we were jungle queens, living on coffee and broken down dreams. But the throne is a bench in the freezing rain, and the crown is a circle of heavy link chain. I'm screaming your name when the subway roar rings, but there's no one to answer the concrete kings. Yeah, the empire's falling, it's hitting the floor, and I'm just a ghost by your tenement door. The rats and the pigeons, they still know my face in this godforsaken, beautiful place. I'm counting the sirens like the ends for the dead, while I'm sleeping on gravel and wishing for bread. But mostly I'm wishing that you didn't forget that the pavement is holy when our shadows have met. Long live the king and his palace of stone. Long live the girl who is dying alone. The jungle is quiet, the concrete is hard. Just a broken heart king in a graveyard yard. I'm lying in the silence, but it's getting way too loud. The moon is just a spotlight on a dark and heavy cloud. The floorboards start to tremble, I can feel it in the wood. I'd run away from memory if I only thought I could. But the clock strikes 12 and the bedroom walls shake as the ghosts of our forever start to bubble up and wake. It's the midnight stampede, thumping in my head. The ghosts of every I love you who's entranced. I hear the roar of laughter from the kitchen down the hall, then the sound of heavy hooves hitting hard against the wall. It's the scent of your perfume, it's the way you used to sigh, galloping like thunder through a black and empty sky. It's the midnight stampede, thumping in my head, the ghost of every I love you that we ever said. They're jumping over fences, they're crashing through the door, 1,000 happy heartbeats hitting on the floor. Left, right, left, they're running through my chest, a wall broken right that'll never let me rest. I'm trampled by the ghost of the love I still need. In the middle of the night, the midnight stampede. The devil speeds at the precedent. They're running through the garden, they're tearing up the sheets, they're echoing the rhythm of the lonely city streets. I can't stop the movement, I can't hide the pain. It's a herd of hollow heartbreaks screaming out your The dust begins to settle, the thunder starts to die, but I'm still here shaking underneath the 2020 flag. Left, right, gone. Left, right, gone. Wait for the morning until the next stampede. I'm sitting at the desk where the wood is worn and deep, with a secret in my pocket that I wasn't meant to keep. The pen is hovering shaky just above the empty white, trying to find the courage for the words I need to write. I've got a stamp I haven't licked and a name I haven't traced, while the memory of your goodbye can never be erased. It's a letter never sent, it's a story never told, it's a heart inside an envelope, shivering and cold. I wrote down how I miss you and I bled across the page, but I'm locking all these feelings in a paper folded cage, because if I let it go, then the us is truly dead. So I'll keep it in the drawer with the things I never said, just a letter never sent. The ink is met with salt where the tears began to fall when I wrote about that summer and the pictures on the wall. I told you I was wrong and I told you I was weak, but those are all the sentences I'm far too scared to speak. The envelope is tattered and the corners are all frayed, like the hollow never said, just a letter never sent. I almost walked it to the box on the corner of the street. I almost let the metal lid complete the bitter defeat. But I can't bear the thought of you just throwing it away, or reading it and having nothing left to say. So I'll fold it one more time into a perfect line and tuck it in the dark, away from every spark. Address no will return to despair. It's a letter, a letter never sent.